Lauren and Charlie joining us now with an event coming up this weekend, Two Wheels to Heal. And to start talking about this event, Lauren, could you explain a little bit about what is Mission 22?
Sure. So Mission 22 is a national nonprofit dedicated to ending veteran suicide. So we're in every state, and I started with Mission 22 about 5 years ago, and trying to really grow the awareness and the programs throughout Minnesota.
Because why do we need something like Mission 22 here in southern Minnesota? What was that need?
Sure. So we've been at roughly 22 veterans a day. That's hence Mission 22 that we lose to suicide every single day in this country. And this was started. There's the crisis organizations, and there's a lot of organizations that do a lot of things around suicide. And Mission 22 was founded just to solely focus on veteran suicide.
Right. And Two Wheels to Heal incorporates motorcycle riding or even truck riding as a part of that. Why did that start?
Well, I've been riding motorcycles since I was 10 years old, and I thought probably the funnest way to raise money and awareness would be a motorcycle ride. So that's where we came up with the idea, me and some buddies, and yeah, we started it. This is going to be our 4th year. So yeah, we've done really well. We've raised over $81,000 so far for Mission 22 just here in southern Minnesota. So that goes a long way in helping our veterans.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And this can be for you too, Charlie, or you, Lauren, but what is the stigma right now with talking about veteran suicide? Is there any challenges that veterans are experiencing and trying to break down?
Sure.
There's a lot of stigmatism when it comes to that. Like me personally, one of the biggest challenges is actually being able to come home. People look at something like that, been deployed 7 times, still not home.
Right.
You're home physically, but mentally you're still not home.
Right.
Them
And
are the things that people don't pay attention to.
And it's almost like, there's this almost this inner landscape of, all these places that you've been and all these things that you've seen, but you can't really share a lot of those things with other people in that sense. So it's really important, to raise awareness of the mental difficulties that veterans have upon coming home, even though they're not like completely 100% home.
Correct. And then the one thing that they started doing a couple years ago too is open it up to the spouses and dependents. A lot of people don't realize the suicide rate among spouses and dependents, along with the veterans.
Yeah. So yeah, Mission 22 is the slogan is veterans, family, community. So it's really we try to be a holistic approach, and it's very much proactive. It's not Mission 22 isn't a crisis center. So
right.
if you are in crisis, if you're feeling like you're going to hurt yourself or hurt someone, 988 is the number. But if you start seeing some of those signs where you're off and you want to do a proactive approach, Mission 22 is definitely for you.
And Charlie and Lauren, with an event like Two Wheels to Heal, how do you see veterans or spouses and family, as you've been talking about, how do you see them come out of their shell and come together as a community through this event?
All it takes is one person talking about it. Once that one person is willing to open up, you got others that are willing to open up. But it just takes that one person stepping out of the box. And that's why I'm here today.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And where can people go to the Two Wheels to Heal event?
Sure. So Two Wheels to Heal is happening at American Legion Post 518 in Lower North Mankato. They've been host for the last. This will be their 3rd year, and we'll be gathering there. Registration is open at 9. The opening ceremony is at noon. Kickstands up will be about 12:30, and then the bikes will go on about a 100-mile ride. And we always have the Mankato Jeep Club and some classic cars and stuff like that come out too. We'll be returning to North Mankato about 5:30, and then we have food and fun, and two local bands, Rook and Fat City All Stars, will be there to play the after party until about 10. So even if you don't go on the ride or anything like that, come out to the after party. And yeah, like Charlie said, it just takes one person. Don't always think that they've got family or friends or something like that. It might be you that makes the difference. So come out, and then not only that, but to veterans too, showing, beyond the money that we raise and that type of thing, showing veterans that the community rallies around a cause like this is huge. So,
Lauren, Charlie, thank you both for being here today and sharing everything. And we'll be